Wheezy has been producing for a minute now, and over that time he's established his sound and is most noticeable for those wavy, extravagant beats that he makes for Future, Lil Baby, Gunna, Young Thug, Free the Slimes by the way. And pretty much in this video I'm going to be going over how you can make similar beats to that, starting off with your main melody all the way up to those smooth, hard-hitting drums that everybody knows about Wheezy. Also, very important side note, I just made a Discord, like an actual Discord. So pretty much in here you'll be able to chat, network with other producers, send loops, download all of my free kits, cook up on live, and more. This is just overall going to be a great place to connect with the community and I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. So if you're interested, link is in the description below. So, start off with your tempo setting. If we're going for those wavy vibes, then I definitely suggest something around the 110 to the 120 range. You could maybe even go up to like 125, close to 130. Okay, so starting off, what I would do is I would start off with something like an ambient sound, like a pad. So a great plugin for this and just, you know, unique sounds in general is going to be Omnisphere. So I'm just going to go to the pad section in here. Oh, I like that. Hold up. Okay, I like that right there. I'm not sure how I can start it off, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna real quick render it as an audio clip. Now I'm gonna cut it right. I'm gonna cut it right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some reverb right there, so it seems like it's extending all the way to that 2 bar. Just want to see what happens if I create an automation clip and just have it come out over here, and then I'll just have it come in at the very end here. Maybe we'll have it kind of fade in. I'm going to add a couple more effects to this just to kind of make it sound a little bit more full, but this is going to be like great. It's just like a start. First, I'm going to add some HYTP2. This has been my favorite free plugin for a minute now. We'll add some shimmer instead of reverb. I think that could be cool. Yeah, I like that better. Put that up. All right, so that kind of went at as a different route that I intended, but pretty much just starting off with your main melody, you want to find something that's just ambient and simple. I think Wheezy, like a lot of the wavy and the bouncy beats that he gets are just really from simple and ambient melodies, and you can do a lot of that with pads, which is what I did. So now moving on to the secondary melodies, I'll kind of explain further into how I approach that. Because this isn't really like too much of a progression itself, I want to see if maybe I can layer it with another pad sound to maybe add a little bit more fullness with it. Okay, I like that right there, and I also have an idea that I want to do with this. Okay, I have a better idea now, but you'll hear that in the final beat, but I don't want to do that with this right now. So what I noticed that Wheezy sometimes likes a lot in the loops that he gets is he likes like somewhat of an orchestral vibe to it. So adding stuff like guitars, little bells, little ambience, textures, stuff like that can really make a difference, especially if you're making loops. So I'm going to try and add like just some orchestral elements to spice it up a little bit. Let's try and go to choir. Okay, now I'm gonna go to contact and I'm gonna get a bass real quick. It's kind of like hard for me to tell like exactly what the root note is of this, and like just getting like a solid emotion that I can get from this loop. So I think a bass will help to set that. This is one of my favorite basses, the acoustic bass Fester. Literally just adding, like when you don't have like a solid bass note pattern or just root note pattern with your melody, just adding your own bass and kind of forming it how you want can just add so much more emotion to it, and just it brings out a whole different vibe with your melodies. I also want to try and add some halftime to the bells, just see how it sounds. I want to try and transpose everything up to semitones. And I didn't say this before, but with making samples and loops, especially like these kind of samples and loops, sound selection is super important. You want everything is kind of flowing together as one. You're not really having like a loop where you have one sound and then another sound to counter it. Like with these, it's more like everything's kind of moving as one, like a wave. So it's important that you find the right sound. So you should be spending a lot of time just searching for the right sound for this. Oh, hold up. I really like that. Quick render as audio clip. Okay, next I'm going to add more orchestral elements, so I want to add a guitar. Scratch that, we're taking out the guitar. Alright, so the melody is good how it is, so now we're going to start to move on to the drums. It's important that you go and get like a Wheezy or YSL drum kit. You can just get one off of Reddit or YouTube. First, I'm going to start off with the hi-hat and the clap. Wheezy, what he does with his drum patterns is, with the hi-hat patterns, he has a lot of spaces, and then in between where the hi-hats usually go, he has like perks and whatnot, but he also keeps it really spacious, so he has like a few unique perks, like where the hi-hats would normally be, but like he doesn't overcomplicate him. He keeps them really simple. Hats. This is pretty much just like a symbol. Lastly, we're just gonna do the 808. But anyways, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. As always, I appreciate it. If you guys want to type in with me on Instagram, my Instagram is @prodlucent, and also make sure to go check out the Discord if you're interested. Anyways, you guys can listen to the full beat right now. That's it for me. I'm out.
Play that back, Lucent.